You let one more person step ahead. The ticket edge bends in your fingers. You are still the patient one. But your face has already cooled. How does someone gentle start feeling this hard? In the parking lot, the blinker keeps flashing. You wait 5 more minutes. You hold the extra tote. You say it is fine again. You keep being the easy delay. How many times can warmth do that before it thins? At the laundromat, you lift your basket off the metal table again so someone else can spread out. It looks small. It looks polite. It is not sudden coldness. It is patience with no return. A paper number curls in your palm at the pharmacy. An older man asks if he can go first. Then another person says they only need one thing. Then the clerk disappears to check the back. By the time your name is called, the bus you planned to catch is gone. Patience hides its own weight. That is why people miss it. Calm does not look heavy. It looks easy. No one sees what your body carried just to keep the moment smooth. After class, clay dust dries on the sink rim. You wait while 2 people rinse their tools. Then you help stack the aprons because nobody else notices them. You leave with your own hands still dirty. You were kind. But you were also the last person accounted for. But here's the strange part. Nice people rarely turn cold all at once. First, they stop cushioning tiny moments. At the library slot, you no longer hold the return flap for the person still shuffling through their pile. Why do people act surprised later? In the copy room, the toner smell sits in warm air. You let one more person print first because their pages are urgent. Then your own meeting starts late. That is the waiting role. One person keeps covering the delay so everyone else can move normally. And this is where it changes. People start reading your calm as extra capacity. They stop seeing a favor. They start seeing your weight as part of the room. At the parcel shelves, cardboard corners press into your forearm. You sort the boxes so names face out. You carry the heavy one to the right stack because someone else left it crooked. Then the last package turns out to be yours, crushed under theirs. You do not get angry. You just stop fixing the pile next time. In the locker row, a damp towel hangs half off the bench. You slow down so everyone can pass first. You keep being the person who makes space. After a while, your whole role becomes spare room. When did being easy become your job? At the print shop, poster tubes keep rolling off the counter. You hold them still while another person rewrites the order they forgot to send. Then they leave to take a call and never come back before closing. You are still there when the clerk asks whose job this was. You already know the answer. The harder part comes later. People often say you changed overnight. You did not. They just never noticed how long you had been absorbing the drag, the pause, the extra round, and the soft version of every inconvenience. Back at the laundromat, the basket handle is still warm from your grip. Every folding table is taken. One person spreads shirts across the space you cleared a second ago when they said they only needed a corner. You stand there holding the last wet sleeve. Then you slide your basket back onto the table without apologizing. Somebody else has to wait this time. That is when it turns, not into cruelty, into exactness. The smile gets smaller. The offer disappears. Your timing stops bending around everyone else. Weeks later, the same copy room feels colder, even though nothing changed in it. The paper tray is still jammed. The fluorescent light is still flat. What changed is that you stop looking up when someone says they are in a rush. The waiting roll has been sitting on your shoulders for weeks. At the pickup rail outside the studio, a tote strap digs into your shoulder. Someone asks you to wait just one more minute with their supplies. You hear yourself say no, and even you notice how plain it sounds. The shock is not the word. The shock is how clean it feels. Under the market tent, the receipt roll keeps skipping in the breeze. You cover the cash box while the friend who invited you keeps disappearing to chat. You answer every customer. You tape the loose corner of the banner. When closing time comes, they laugh and call you the reliable one. How long can reliable feel kind? What people call cold is often just unbuffered truth. You are no longer padding the room. You are no longer taking the soft edge off other people's lateness, forgetfulness, or entitlement. The warmth did not fail first. The extra padding did. On the platform again, the yellow line glows under your shoes. Someone jogs up late and expects the same easy pause from you. This time you step into the car when the chime starts. The gap closes. The whole story changes in one ordinary movement. But that's not the real reason. This is not punishment. It is pullback after too much stretch. When patience keeps getting mistaken for permission, even a gentle person begins to withdraw. In the parcel room, one misdelivered box leans against the wall. A month ago, you would have sorted it, checked the names, and carried it to the right shelf. Now you read the label once and leave it there. It is such a small refusal, yet it tells the full story. During the next studio class, glaze jars circle the table, and nobody asks if you need one. You notice something important. The cold feeling did not begin when you stopped offering. It began much earlier, when your patience became invisible even to you. At the bookstore register, a stack of hardcovers tilts against the card reader. The clerk thanks you for waiting. It is ordinary, it is brief, but the thanks lands because it matches the moment. That is all patience was ever asking for. Not praise. Just contact with reality. At the shelter, rain beads along the plexiglass and slides down in slow lines. You can still be kind. You can still be warm. But once patience has been used this way for too long, warmth stops volunteering so blindly. It starts looking for weight, return, and shape. So when nice people turn cold, the cold part is only the cover. The real change is pullback. A person who waited too long is not suddenly empty. They are simply done disappearing inside the wait.